Jorge Masvidal has been planning his UFC return for some time after initially retiring in 2023. When he walked away from the promotion following UFC 287, Gamebred was still a huge star in the sport following his breakout year in 2019. In a recent social media post, his former rival Nate Diaz claimed ownership over the BMF belt by sharing his thoughts after the title was recently defended at UFC 318. With a rematch between Masvidal and Diaz being a pitched matchup for the UFC's 2026 event at the White House, there is still unfinished business between them. Jorge Masvidal attempts to remind Nate Diaz of what happened the first time that they faced off. Despite the fact that the main event of UFC 244 was ended via doctor stoppage, Nate Diaz clearly doesn't believe that he left Madison Square Garden without the BMF title. Diaz claimed that he could have turned the fight around after he lost all 3 of the opening rounds to Jorge Masvidal before the doctors stopped the fight due to the cuts that he had suffered above his right eye. It was an incredibly unceremonious way to crown the first BMF champion, leaving the feeling that this chapter between the two opponents wasn't finished. Diaz went on to earn some revenge via a majority decision when they faced off for a second time in a boxing ring in July 2024. Jorge says Nate Diaz is a little confused.